Yo, what's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? It's your old pal Shanksy, and welcome to my roster reviews, where we take a look at your, well, maybe not your, but someone's roster, and we compare it, see what they're working on, give you an idea on comparison on what you might be working on, what you can expect to be at that stage, and basically any advice that I can give to help streamline or help basically grow your roster in any way, shape or form. So thank you for stopping by, thank you for checking out the video. If you do want your roster reviewed, watch until the end, drop me a message on Discord, links are down below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Now, I'll put my hands up, there is a queue on this service, there's a few people already in the queue, but I will do my best to get through absolutely everyone. It's totally free of charge. If you do want to skip the queue, we can talk, but other than that, get in touch with me on Discord and we will go from there. But without further ado, let's get into today's roster. Right, so in today's video, we are going to be taking a look at Strikers roster. Striker has been playing for 233 days. He's already spent about $1,000 on the game. Do not tell his missus. I know how you feel, mate. He has managed a total collection power of 2.1 million with the strongest team power 275,000. He's been War MVP twice already. Total characters collected 118 already. Characters a max star rank, a 10. All-time arena rank, he's been second. And that's really, really impressive considering that he doesn't have Phoenix yet. So I'm guessing that Phoenix hasn't gone into his arena shard as of yet, because that is going to change things drastically. His latest arena rank is 14, and he's already been incredibly active, rocking up about 7,500 wins on Blitz. Striker, I like it a lot. But let's see where that investment, let's see where that time has gone into. So we've already got Ultron unlocked at 5-star. We're going through a second run at Fear the Darkness at the moment to unlock him at 7. I like the fact that he's favoured Ultron, geared him up, levelled him up to 70. I like it a lot. Ultron is definitely one of the broken characters in the game that you definitely want to be taking up to level 75 without a shadow of a doubt, in my opinion. Loki is favoured along with Nobu, so I'm guessing, and Hand Assassin. So we're definitely going for that that Phoenix grind already. Nothing wrong with that. Plus Loki fits into the Asgardians. Nobu and Hand, obviously the Hand team, which I'm not really a massive fan of at the moment. But they do help on that Hand event. So you know what, it's not wasted. Mystique is favorited as well, along with Shield Security and Shield Assault. For the Shield team, these guys are absolutely imperative. So really, really solid that you've got those favorited already. Then we've got Colossus. I don't really know why Colossus is favorited at the moment. Yeah, you've got an amazing 5 red star, but until Colossus is farmable, I wouldn't even stress yourself too much out about that. Colossus really comes to life when you get hold of Phoenix. So personally, I wouldn't have him favorited until he's farmable or until I'm heavily working on that team. Then we've got Rocket at 60k and Groot at 57k. Moving down to Star-Lord at 56. Punisher at 50 with 3 red stars, 70 already. Nice. Jessica Jones at 7, 3 red star. Luke Cage at 7. So we've got a really solid Guardians team straight away. I like that. And we've also got the makings of a really, really solid... we've got a massive Defenders team, as well as a Guardians team as well. We've got Juggernaut in there at 47k. Mantis, one of the characters that I've started to really rate. I've really underrated Mantis for quite some time. And, I hate to say it, I'm going to start working on my Mantis fairly soon. Drax in there at 37, Miss Marvel at 35, Spider-Man at 35, Ultron at 33, Vision at 33, Gamora, Magneto, Sabretooth, and Pyro in there. So we've got the Brotherhood team already made up. We've got Captain Marvel at 4-star, nearly 5. Iron Man in there, Mordo, Shield Medic at a beastly 5 red star. Definitely worth favouring, definitely worth working on. As I noticed, you've already got Coulson as well. So definitely show some love to Shield Medic, because Shield Medic is what makes Coulson a beast. Rescue there at 4 red star. Deadpool at 3 red star. Kree Royal Guard, Ronan the Accuser. Might as well be working on him if you're still going for Mystic Controllers. Ideally, you want Phoenix at a 7 red star if you can get her. So he's not a bad shout as well. If you had more red stars on him as well, I'd actually invest some mats on him. Loki there at 4 red star. One of my personal favourites in the Asgardian team at the moment. I'm just loving him. War Machine at 3 red star, 5 star overall. 24k there on War Machine. I would personally definitely look to boost him up a little bit. You want to think War Machine and Falcon are what allow your power armor to hit up so hard. They're the two. So definitely worth investing some mats into him. Then we got Mystique, Agent Coulson, Falcon at 4 red stars, pretty damn nice. Shield Security there, Kree Cyborg, Yondu for the Ravengers, Wolverine, Kree Reaper, Shield Assault and Rhino. Moving down to Mysterio at 19, Merc, Hand Blade Master, Shocker. Now, Shocker might not be a bad one to favourite and start throwing some energy at when you're working on the Sinister Six. He does unlock 2 legendaries, so he's not a bad one to start working towards. And his node, speaking from personal experience, is a right pain in the arse to farm. Thanos there at 4 stars, not really workable. Kingpin, I wouldn't put any more mats into him as things go. Fury is definitely worth some loving. Vulture I quite like, but only if you're going to be working on the Sinister Six. Nebula's there, and Storm is one of my personal favourites in this point, especially for U7. I find Storm incredibly versatile, so she's worth some love. But again, only when you get Phoenix. We got Bullseye in there at 15, 9 Kree Oracle at 15, 8 Green Goblin, Nobu, Psylocke, Hand Assassin, Crossbones, Hulk, Elektra, and obviously Colossus we've already mentioned at 5 red star. When he is farmable, man, that is going to be one tanky old Colossus. Hand Sentry in there at 5, Shuri in there at 5 red stars and a 5-star unlock. She's definitely worth some loving, man, without a shadow of a doubt. Anyone that goes onto the Tech Wing team and Storm, in my opinion, fit on so many other teams, do so well in raids, do so well in Ultima 7, definitely worth some loving. All depends what you're working on, obviously, but Ultima 7 is going to help the whole alliance out. So Shuri, Scientist Supreme, Falcon, Ultron, Minerva, all them guys, well worth put some love in. American Chavez there at 4 star. Namor there at 4 red at level 42. Namor's a beast in war if you wanted to level him up. He is the punch up glue that sticks that Fantastic Four team together. Kree Noble there at 50. Human Torch at 12. Shield Trooper at 12. Merc Lieutenant Sif at 4 red stars on her as well. Very nice indeed. Merc Sniper. Then we're going down to Elsa Bloodstone at 4, Quake at 4, Invisible Woman at 10k, 5 as well there. 5 for the Thing, 3 for Thor, 2 red star at 10 for Hela. Hela's such a beast, man. Hela really is, but again, only worth investing in when you're working on the rest of the Asgardians. Winter Soldier there, Mr. Fantastic, Venom, Heimdall. So you've got all of the Asgardians, which is lovely to see. Again, hopefully they become farmable and before that Black Bolt event drops. Hand Sorceress there at 10k, Black Panther at 9.8, Scarlet Witch 9.6, Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange makes up the rest of the Supernatural team as well. So you've got all of these meta teams and some of the OGs. I can definitely see how you're spread so thin at this point in time. Carnage in there, Mr. Spider-Man, Miles Morales, Mr. Sinister, Shield Operative, Korath the Pursuer. Then we're going down to the usual suspects towards the bottom. Who I really hate to see down here though, dude, is Scientist Supreme. She is such a big character at the moment. She's probably one of my favourite characters in the game. Scientist Supreme needs that loving, dude. Okoye, Ravager, Stitcher, Black Widow, Captain America, Cable, AIM Assault, AIM Security, and Bucker and Graviton. You can try to believe where they are, but Scientist Supreme needs that loving. And then out of them guys, I would start working on Graviton, because then with just them 2 high, you've got a pretty decent AIM team straight away. Then we've got AIM Researcher, we've got Strife, we've got Ant-Man, Hawkeye, Killmonger, Hydra Scientist, Merc Soldier, Ravager, Boomer, Hydra Rifle Trooper, Hand Archer, all the guys that you would expect to see at the bottom. Night Nurse, AIM Monstrosity, Bruiser, Infector, Sniper, Grenadier, Armored Guard, and Wasp. Now, obviously, we don't have Phoenix, we don't have Ultimus, we don't have Yo-Yo, and we don't have Black Bolt. So, looking good so far. I can definitely see that you're spread thin. You've got most of the characters unlocked, but haven't been able to really focus on them. So let's have a little look at your safe squads, and let's see who I would focus on to start with. So, right, from the top of the shop, where I thought they would be, we've got the Guardians. Really solid position in there with Star-Lord next to Rocket, feeding him in energy. Maybe want to work on that Drax a little bit, and obviously bring up the 7 stars onto both Drax and Groot if possible. That would hopefully leave that team about 300k. You've already got another red star to go on to Minerva if and when she becomes available. So that's going to be about 300k team straight away, and that's a really, really solid number for the Guardians to sit at. Where you've got the defenders at the moment, positioning is absolutely perfect in my opinion. Daredevil's going to be eating the splash damage from Luke Cage, but he's got that really high ability to dodge it. And then the Punisher, being the biggest one on that team, is going to be able to come in and return fire on anyone that dares attack Daredevil. So I really, really like that team. And again, I really wouldn't take them up much higher. I would get that 7th star on Iron Fist, but that's about it. Then this is the first team that I probably want to show a little bit of love into. Try and get them up a little bit higher, at least until about the 200k mark. Now, what I've been doing personally recently is I've been focusing on one team. Now, the Asgardians, I thought, right, I'm definitely working on the Asgardians, and I took them all to level 71 gear tier 12. And then I started on another team, and at the moment I'm currently working on the Fantastic Four. Then once I get them all to level 71 gear tier 12, I'm going to pick another team. Now, that's all well and good, but that requires you focusing on just one set. Now, what I would do if I were you is I would spend my energy every single day unlocking the guys that I need for Phoenix. That would be my core energy spent every day, was unlocking the guys that I need for Phoenix. And then out of these teams that we're going to look through, I would pick one team and just start working on them. Get them up to, maybe not as high as what I'm trying, but maybe try and get them all to gear tier 10, level 65. And then when you want to take them up to level 71 or gear tier 12, it's not that much of a big jump for you. And at gear tier 10, level 65, they've still got really, really nice punch-up bonuses and stuff like that. They've really got good punch-up options, because they're all going to be, what, about 180, 200k teams. It's well worth having a look at. And it just depends on then what team you're finding the most useful. So Brotherhood is definitely a team that's going to be incredibly useful. A lot of people are splitting them at the moment for war defense for Mr. Sinister, including myself. But even the combination of Magneto, Pyro, and Juggernaut in war offense is beautiful. So further on down, we've got the Brawler team. Really, really nice Brawler team. If I was going to work on anyone out of that Brawler team, I would pick Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel's just an absolute beast. And I would probably run these on war defense as well, personally. With the Power Armor team, I've already mentioned, Falcon is well worth taking up as high as humanly possible because of Tech Wing and because of his AoE damage as well. His AoE damage combined with War Machine is what gives that Power Armor team the huge punch-up potential with Rescue's offense up. So as long as your Rescue's high enough to stay alive, which in that case she is, taking War Machine and Falcon up to 30 odd K might not be a bad shout. Then we've got the Ultron team. We're basically slinging in anyone that we can with high power with that Ultron, and Ultron's going to mix up. If he does go low, you've got Mantis in there. Now, I'm not sure if Thanos feeds Ultron energy. If not, it might be worth just moving Mantis over one. Just for the extra bit of energy from Thanos there. It's not going to be massive, but it might help out a little bit. Then we have got the Kree team. We've got 26k, 15k, 25k, 21k, 23k. Solid team. I might have a look at Noble. I really like Noble, where she brings in one of the hardest hitting characters in the team, but it all depends on what level she's at the moment. Now, with the Fury team, I know that you're working on them already. Fury team would probably be my #1 focus if I were you at this point in time, aside from getting Phoenix. So getting Phoenix would definitely be, without a shadow of a doubt, my #1 priority. Then it would be the Shield team. Bringing the Shield team up, you've got Coulson, you've got Fury, you've got a really big 5-star 5 red star medic. So that is going to be one big old team, man. That would be the team that I would focus on. And you can really take them guys up to level 71, gear tier 13, and not feel bad about it at all. They do go into a lot of other modes as well. Global team for the Greek raids and things like that. They're a real solid team, man. And then we've got the Sinister 6 at 89k. Again, they're worth a little bit of loving, but don't spread yourself too thin. You know, is Invisible Woman and Shuri as important as Phoenix in like the arena shard? No, she's not. But Shuri is really important, but you've already got 5-star Shuri for Tech Wing. So I would put these guys on a back burner, not for too long, but I would put them on a back burner at the moment and make Shield my priority, then bring up Brotherhood, then worry about another legendary after that. Because after that, you're probably going to then work on the X-Men to bring Phoenix up into play. And as you can see, we've already got the core, as it were, for the X-Men team with that Colossus. Wolverine already there. Storm will need some loving. Psylocke, I don't really know about Psylocke. I don't really know if Psylocke's the type of character that I want to invest too much in. You got 4 red stars on her, lovely, but is she going to get phased out when we get another X-Men come in? Possibly. Possibly. And that'll allow your Hulk to probably move up to your Ultron team. Then we've got the Hand team, fairly standard about that. I wouldn't really put any investment into them apart from what I need to at this point in time for Phoenix. Supernatural is a huge team. I love the fact that you've got the bare bones of them together, because I can imagine this still wins at 8.3 and at least 8-point multipliers. So really like them. I like Mordo being the highest at this point in time. If I was then going to work on anyone else, I'd bring up Elsa and then Ghost Rider. And again, make that a team that you can definitely bring up to 65 gear tier 10. But it's all about now targeted rather than just spreading so thin. Then we've got the mix and match here with Noble in there. We've got Korath. It's almost like a military team a little bit. The Fantastic Four. Then we've got Carnage and Venom together with some of the offshoots. So it's a little bit like a Merc Spider-Verse team. I like this team with the offense up for Carnage and Venom. A lot of debuffs. Disruption. Yeah, I really like this team. I think this could do quite well, actually. And then last but not least, we've got the Asgardians on 68k. In fact, the Asgardians can actually be done with moving up now to just below your Hand team, because that's such a solid team, man. They are such a solid team. I really love the Asgardians, and I would definitely be making them a priority, probably after Shield. So I'd go Shield, Asgardians, and then onto the Brotherhood. Then we've got the Wakandans down there at 39k, and we've got AIM, who I'd probably move in front of the Brotherhood yet again to bring them up to, because Scientist Supreme is such a big character. So overall, man, you've got some really solid teams, especially for only 233 days in. You've pretty much got everyone unlocked, and now it's going to be a question of farming that gear out, man. But the teams definitely look like they're going in the right direction. Hopefully, this gives you a better idea of who to work on and why. And let me know what your thoughts are. Guys and girls that have watched this video, thank you for checking it out. Please do me a massive favour. Let him know down in the comments below as well what you would be working on and what you think of this roster. 233 days in, looking pretty spicy, baby. But until next time, that is all for me. Take it easy.